off the pig!
Hey guys, this is Kyle. Welcome back. Last time I teased that we were going to show you how to cook shrimp without touching the heat, and today I'm going to follow through on that promise. So we're making ceviche, and you only need a couple of ingredients for this, and you don't need a stove. You just need a little bit of time. The construct, not the spice. So first we got some limes, lemon, minimum of 2 limes and 1 lemon, ideally. I got a cucumber here. I got a red onion. I got 3 jalapenos. Yes, 3 jalapenos. If that's too much for you, you can use less. And then I got some cilantro here. And I know some of you out there have that that gene that makes it taste like soap. If you have that, just use parsley. Use some kind of green. Throw it in there. Make it look nice. And then lastly, I've got some Roma tomatoes here. I prefer using Roma tomatoes for this. They're a little bit meatier. I think they fit with ceviche a little bit better than the alternatives. And then, of course, we have our shrimp. So today I got 16 to 20 count shrimp because I don't like peeling shrimp. So the less I have to peel, the better. So the first thing we're going to do is start the arduous process of peeling all these shrimps. And I am not going to have you watch this whole thing, but basically all of these are almost pre-peeled for you. You just pick them up and peel the shell off. And then I just squeeze the tail, pull this out, and then this shell I'm actually going to save because we can use that for stock later. And yeah, we'll get back to you once these shrimp are done. All right, so the next step in the process is to cut these shrimp down into little bite-sized chunks. The size of the chunks is really up to you. I like them about this big. I like a little bite to it. I really like shrimp, so I want to really taste the shrimp. Now, my boss is a really big history nerd. I'm sure some of you guys know. So I'm going to touch on the history of ceviche a little bit. Ceviche is the national dish of Peru. And to the dismay of any Peruvians watching, I'm making Mexican-style ceviche today, not Peruvian. So ceviche can actually be traced back like a couple thousand years on the Peruvian coast, where they would use, I believe it was passion fruit, fermented passion fruit, in place of the lemon and lime juice. And it spread into Ecuador, and then when Spanish colonizers came through, they brought with them limes, bitter oranges, and onions. And then it spread along the Latin American area and turned into what we know today as ceviche. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this board off, and we can start cutting our vegetables, and we'll cut back to it in just a second here. All right, so now we're going to start introducing some acid. And that acid is going to take the form of lime juice and lemon juice. So how this works is we're denaturing the proteins inside the shrimp by introducing this acid. And what that does is it changes the proteins on a molecular level, which firms them up and makes the shrimp opaque in kind of a similar way to actually cooking it. Not only that, but the addition of the acid will kill any harmful bacteria that is still clinging to the shrimp. Now, important thing to note, you can do this with pretty well any seafood. I've even heard of it being done with like walleye and stuff like that, but ideally you want to use a less oily fish. The other thing to note is for safety precautions, you want to have used fish that was either flash frozen or frozen for like 3 weeks. This ensures that any parasites, which are present in a lot of the fish in the world, are killed before you use this. So if you look in here, I've got the shrimp pretty well covered in this lime juice. And we're just going to set this aside and wait for about 2 hours just to let those proteins denature and restructure. And while we're doing that, it's going to take me 2 hours. We'll set this on Norby's block. It's going to take me 2 hours to cut up the remaining ingredients, I swear. So go ahead and start with half a cucumber. And I'm just going to scrape these seeds out into the garbage bin with a spoon. Now, some of you might be thinking, cucumber doesn't go in ceviche. It goes in this ceviche, and it's really good, I promise. Give it a try. And then some of these Roma tomatoes. And kind of cut them up in a way that you think, it's a lot like making a salsa. So just cut it like salsa. Whatever kind of dice you want to do for that, it's really up to personal preference. I like my salsa fairly chunky, so I'm going to have some, some decent sized chunks in here. And we're just going to go through and dice them up nice and quick. All right, so here we are 2 hours later. Take a look at our shrimp here. You can see it's a lot more opaque. It's got a nice firm texture to it. It's been sitting in the lime juice for 2 hours, and then I cut the rest of these vegetables off camera, entirely unrelated to any technical difficulties not caused by me. So all we got to do here is put the shrimp in the bowl and then mix it up with these other vegetables. I did salt and pepper it. I don't know if that was caught on camera before as well, but there's some salt and pepper in here. And this is generally just a really nice, fresh, delicious dish, best enjoyed on a patio in a nice summer heat with like a beer, a cerveza, like a beer. Aaron, beer. All right, I tried. So we're gonna start handing out some samples. So we have some lovely volunteers here who, once again, are under no duress from their employer to say that this tastes delicious, regardless of what they really think, just like we rehearsed. Just gonna scoop a little bit in here. Go ahead and help yourselves, fellas. Come on, don't be shy. Good amount of shrimp in there. Just nice and fresh and bright and delicious. And of course, I should probably get some myself. There are a couple jalapenos in there, so it has a very little bit of heat, but I did pull the seeds out, so that shouldn't be an issue. Just like we rehearsed.
Excellent.
That's what I thought.
Very good.
All right, we're going to see if we got any more customers that want to give it a try. Ceviche? Ceviche. Is it spicy?
Not really, no.
It has shellfish in it.
Okay.
And this is a really fun one because the shellfish is cooked in lime juice. You leave it sit in the lime juice for about 2 hours, and the acid in the lime juice denatures the proteins and restructures it and makes it firm and opaque in the same way that cooked shrimp is. It's completely safe to eat. And go ahead and help yourself to some chips. We got Sierra from the bakery. She's got her own little cooking show going as well. So,
is this something you make up or something you just buy completely?
So this is something that you make up, and if you check our Facebook page, we're doing just little cooking videos where we show you our customers how to cook simple meals using ingredients that you can find all around the store at Laatsch's, Piggly Wiggly, and Kewaskum.
Yay.
So go ahead and give it a try, and lie to the camera. Even if you don't like it, I need you to say it's delicious.
Okay. Oh, it's delicious.
Thank you.
Before you even try it.
Nice and fresh, Really good for summertime, sitting out on the patio. It's just a salsa with shrimp. It's nothing. And you can actually do this with any, really any fish. I did this with scallops 3 days ago. I just took some baby scallops down in the freezer doors, let them defrost, did the same exact thing that you can find on our Facebook page if you're interested in a recipe. And my girlfriend loved the scallop. She actually preferred it over the shrimp. Me, myself, I prefer the shrimp. So, yeah, that's what we're going to call it. So come on down to Laatsch's Piggly Wiggly, get all the ingredients you're looking for right here, and we'll see you next time.
Wiggly, Wiggly, stop the pig!